Watch the flag stand to the top right. The Chevrolet flag stand, and we're underway with the Chevy Detroit Grand Prix.
Oh, look at that. Palou with another good jump. Look at Scott Dixon in the orange and blue to the outside, and Romain Grosjean's going to try to stuff it inside McLaughlin.
Will we get through here cleanly? We will not.
Callum Ilott on the back of Kyle Kirkwood.
Incident number one.
Big rear wing damage on Kyle Kirkwood, but you can see Ilott there in the tire. The yellow flag is not yet waving as we're seeing side-by-side action into 5. There's the caution flag. McLaren side-by-side through there.
What a shame for Junko's Hollinger's Callum Ilott. What happened? What caused him to climb up?
Front wing damage here, guys.
Lee, there's a massive bump, driver's right, going into turn 3. That you cannot avoid on a start when you're on the outside. It wouldn't surprise me if Callum Ilott got heavy into that bump, locked up his front tires, and went skidding into the back of Kyle Kirkwood.
You got to remember, as you're practicing around this track, and it is the first time we've raced here, so not a lot of experience. We see Kyle Kirkwood now peel into that split pit lane for some hefty repairs to the number 27 AutoNation machine.
Let's have a look at what transpired between Callum Ilott, Kyle Kirkwood. Look in that second, that higher line to your left. Further back, you're going to see the bright pink AutoNation Honda, the green and black Junko's Hollinger car. It's about to come into shot on the right. Bang. Callum Ilott's day is over, just as it begun. Here we go. Let's go racing in Detroit. Green flag, and let's see if we can get some laps. Let's see if we can get into some rhythm. Romain Grosjean on the inside of Scott McLaughlin. Grosjean loves street circuits. The red and yellow DHL Honda. He grabs second from McLaughlin.
And its teammates behind, the Chip Ganassi Racing entry, blue and orange. That's Scott Dixon. Red and white, that's Marcus Ericsson into turn 4. Scott Dixon gets the place.
Textbook move from Scott Dixon. That was absolute poetry in motion. Riding the outside of Ericsson and having the position for the next right-hander. Good stuff.
This section through here, folks, has been eventful. Through 6 and 7, this switchback area is a kind of a hump in the middle of it. A few bumps and really challenges the drivers, and they come back down here to turn 8, a quick short shoot. There's pit entry, there's the split pit lane, and here they come to finish the lap. There you see the checkered flag on track, and here we see some challenges. Joseph Newgarden going the wrong direction.
He is. I think you're starting to see the fall off of the softer green tire as the guys that gambled on black tires are really pushing forward. You see that with Will Power, and you see that further back here as Simon Pagenaud in that pink and black number 60 is struggling with his 2 Bitnile cars, Connor Daly and Rinus VK, pushing really hard.
As we jump on that Verizon onboard with Will Power now into turn 3 on Dixon.
Hold on. And Scott Dixon saw that happening in his mirror and gave Power some room to avoid a collision.
That was abuse of respect, I think. Scott Dixon saw in his mirror and thought, oh no, Power's coming, 10-10s, fully committed. I either turn in and we wreck, or I give him the position, but Dixon will be frustrated with that.
Colton Herter on the left of your screen, Santino Ferrucci in the 14. They touch several times. This is at the turn 3 hairpin.
Game of chicken.
Little bit of wheel hop. Those bumps, as Townsend mentioned earlier. And Ferrucci unrelenting there, didn't give the position up. Down at water before you hit turn 8, and Grosjean's blowing it.
Disaster for Grosjean. He's going to have to figure out how to turn around. He's lost about 3 or 4 spots, and he's coming to the pits.
What? It was such a great run day for Grosjean.
You can hear the car sounding very differently coming down pit road. You're not sure what that hiss was, but he gets the 4 primaries on the car. Had been stuck behind some lap traffic. That cost him time as well, but that will really cost him time.
All is not lost, but he'll lose several positions. That was lucky. He was able to flip the car around so quickly and get to pit lane.
Bit of a slower stop. Guess who's about 20 seconds behind him? Alex Palou. This will be a tight race off pit road, Diff.
Watch this, watch this. Watch the blend here. Here's Palou. Here's Power. It's going to be tight, but Power to Palou.
That was absolutely crucial for Alex Palou to get in front, because for these first few laps, Townsend, Will Power is going to have that tire advantage with those softer alternates.
Rossi is in the back. Pato Ward is in the front, coming in first and second on the track. Quick stop by both of them. Now the drag race off pit road. Rossi will actually pass Pato here on pit road going to the ultimate
Pato
tires.
stalled. Pato is not under power.
It's broken.
Oh no.
He didn't stall. I think he broke a half shaft maybe or something in the drive line.
He crashed
Drive
out.
shaft's broken.
Drive shaft.
Crashed out of the Indianapolis 500 late last week. And now, while running strong in the top 10, it seems like it's over for Pato O'Ward.
And I could see the race officials not allowing the pit crew to run. Oh, there they go. With the quick jack, they'll roll him back, but that, if it is in fact a broken half shaft, that'll be the end of the day.
This is one of the championship favorites coming into this 2023 season. One of the most excitable young drivers in IndyCar. Last week, he was one of the main contenders for the 500, and something out of his control may have just ended his Chevy Detroit Grand Prix.
Yeah, bizarre situation there in pit lane.
Hey, Hinch, they didn't get
The tire wasn't
on
on,
tight.
so we had an open diff.
And they
We
had
should
an
be all
open
good here.
diff. Will Anderson just told me the same thing he told Pato Ward, so kind of explaining what that could be.
I just didn't get the wheel nut all the way on.
Yeah, you see the wheel there not on. We saw a very slow stop from Joseph Newgarden. Let's take a look here. Fueler struggling to get it in. Look, he's trying to manually open the butterfly and start that fuel flow. Oh, that's devastation. That was a much longer stop.
12.8 seconds
Yeah.
from a wheel issue on his first pit stop, and right behind him he has Alex Palou, the race leader, that bright green car. That is Palou.
I think he just passed Alex Palou there, Diff. So using those fresh alternates to get himself back on the tail end of the lead lap, that's very important for Pato O'Ward at this point, because if a yellow does come out, he now doesn't have to get the wave around. He just cycles around
Oh,
the back.
boy.
Dive
Just
oh, in the wall.
and crashed.
In the wall, turn 9, Pato O'Ward.
We thought it was over in the pits, but it's now over on the racetrack. O'Ward desperate to clear Ferrucci, and it's ended in the concrete barrier.
We saw Kyle
Down
Kirkwood
5, that's us.
try that move on Pagano earlier and it worked, but for O'Ward it went horribly wrong.
I mean, he wasn't going to make the corner whether Ferrucci was there or not. You saw Santino actually get out of the way a little bit, seeing Pato coming. He just carried too much speed in, it looks like.
Yeah, it's just desperate. Nice bit of driving from Ferrucci.
Yeah, very heads up.
Unfortunately, Ferrucci goes a lap down unless the yellow was out.
And have a look at those marbles.
Well, everywhere. They did not get a chance to sweep the track as the green flag's out.
Here we go, back to racing. Alex Palou at the front. Will Power, the red and black car, in pursuit. Ferrucci, he's not on the lead lap. He tucks into third ahead of Dixon. Dixon pops out, clears him. So too does Felix Rosenquist in the 6. Here comes Alexander Rossi around the outside. McLaughlin in the bright blue machine. And Ferrucci's a sitting duck. He's trying to stay out of the way and not hamper any of these front runners' races.
Yeah, he's really in the way now. He thought he might have a shot to get on the lead lap, but they're going to shove him and push him and move him over as the faster cars come through. Lundgaard side by side with Canapino. Oh, someone's in the wall or someone got sideways in the brake zone up ahead. That got crazy.
Somebody went there. There's a caution out. They dove for pit lane. Who is it? It's one of the front runners in trouble, Christian Lundgaard, but he's not the only one. He went off. There's somebody in pit lane. Ah, it's Ferrucci.
But he's past his pit box, guys. He's the first pit box, so he's driven straight through. I wonder, did he get forced in there somehow?
I don't know. Something happened
Oh,
ahead
that was
of that.
interesting.
Did he just take
We got
evasive
the yellow.
action?
Let's just hope no guys jumped us that are maybe not going to take. I think guys
Oh,
would
there
take
it
this.
is. Stingray Rob.
That's down in turn 3. Simon Pagano on the inside of Devlin DiFrancesco. Dev moving a little bit there.
And Simon was not happy. You can see the hand right there.
Meanwhile, this has happened under caution. Graham Rahal
What
and
in
Benjamin
the world?
Peterson under yellow. The rookie and the veteran. Oh, boy. We expected this street course race to be eventful. Rahal went in by himself, and I think Peterson may have got surprised. Wait for the red Sexton Properties car. Boom.
Power with an excellent run, an excellent throttle application out of that slow corner. He's got a huge run coming at 3.
He almost doesn't want to pop out too early and get all the way past the 10 in case He slots back in, he highs and
He's
lows it.
going! He's got it! Will Power for the lead on Alex Palou!
A classic shake and bake from the number 12 as Palou falls back to second and Power is clearing off in the distance on those softer tires.
Now the teammates are left at it. The Ganassi teammates and the McLaren teammates. Second and third, third and fourth. You want a street fight? We've got it! For the lead, Alex Palou forces Will Power into a mistake. He locks it up at turn 3 at the hairpin, and the Spaniard is back out in front.
Will Power had an advantage for a few laps, but he lost that as those alternate tires, the softer compound, started to really come apart on grip. And that is Scott McLaughlin with smoke.
Did he maybe go long in one and have to turn around in the runoff?
Maybe.
What happened to the Gallagher Chevrolet? Dixon
I couldn't do anything.
Oh, look at Rosenquist on Rossi. They touch.
teammate on teammate, and Rosenquist wins that arm wrestle.
What happened here?
Oh, Grosjean. Oh. Watch Grosjean in the background as well. Slight touch there. Rossi on Newgarden on that back left.
That's what got Canapino in hot water with Colton Herta.
Watch Grosjean. Look to the inside. Look to the inside. Does Grosjean go? He does.
Oh.
So a 2 for 1, and Newgarden saying, come on, what's going on?
That might be a little payback for Nashville last year.
He's doing times. Grosjean, it's over.
Another wall banger for Romain Grosjean.
Oh, boy. And look, the hands on the helmet tell us the story.
That thing was miserable to drive, man. Good job. Just make sure you power it down.
3 crashes from 6 races coming into the season.
Turn 4 just got onto the apex curve, into the apex wall, and it fired that number 28 straight into the outside wall. So yeah, unforced error. You heard on the radio, hey, it was a tough car to drive. They clearly were struggling with the balance there, but that's a tough break.
All right, this one's far from over. 10 laps to go here in Detroit. Watch Power on Palou. Watch Rosenquist.
Oh, it's on.
He's not close enough, but Power is close this time.
It is on for Will Power. Great run. He pops to the outside as they come to the brake zone.
That's going to be the long way round. That's going to be tough from there. Can Power force Palou into a mistake? What's Dixon got?
Oh.
Power tries to switch back, but he's there. Dixon's there. And Dixon stalls, and Rossi's the big winner. Rossi goes from 5th to 3rd in the one corner.
Power got into anti-stall mode, and now Power shoves Scott Dixon back off the track.
Kyle Kirkwood's going to pick up a couple spots here as well, guys.
I want to say I robbed Alexander Rossi there. He's gone from 5th to 2nd. Awesome move from Alexander Rossi.
And that all started because Palou did get in a little deep. He had some rear lock, and that pushed both him and Will Power wide. Will got the anti-stall after Scott Dixon got into him, so a bit of a chain reaction there. And as you say, the big winner, the McLaren of Alexander Rossi.
Santino Ferrucci in the AJ Foyt Sexton Properties machine. He's involved. He needs to help restart it.
Side by side with Santino Ferrucci on the brakes. I don't know if they both got in deep or if Santino got in too deep.
Lighting it up off turn 2. Who's close? I like the look of Rosenquist on Power.
It's a great jump from Palou, but these 3 here, Rossi, Power, Rosenquist, all nose to tail. They got to sort this out when they get down to turn 3.
Who's the best on the brakes? Power goes wide. Rosenquist's got an inside run. Almost gets Power. Power's going to have the inside run for turn 4.
Rossi struggling with Power down as Will Power goes past Rossi in an impossible brake zone. Great move.
He said that he felt like he still had a chance. Now he's full focus on Alex Palou at the front. Scott McLaughlin on his teammate. Pushes by Joseph Newgarden.
Right-hand side of your screen, Rosenquist, does he pop? Yes, here comes Rosenquist.
Look at this, the teammates.
Again?
Oh, this might be a relationship changer for these guys. Rossi in the wall. Dixon pounces. Rossi's got the inside.
Rosenquist gave Rossi a big old concrete slapper with his right rear, and now Rossi loses another spot to Dixon.
It's going to be a Honda driver who spoils the party. Racing back on the streets of Detroit, and it's Alex Palou who wins the Chevrolet Grand Prix of Detroit.
Awesome job.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.